our friends and good morning also to those of the members in the page of the press corps. So, maayong aga gid sa inyo. So, we will start our press conference with an opening statement from Sir Jeff Facebook page. Sir Jeff, good morning. So, we will start our press conference.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am Lucy. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. We will start by having the COVID situation in our city. May I present to you Dr. Roland J. Fortuna. Doc, good morning.
Ma'am Lucy, wait lang, share screen. Good morning, everyone. So, kita na ako nga slides. Ma'am Lucy.
Yes, kita on, Doc.
Okay. So, this is the current situation of COVID-19 in Iloilo City. This is as of January 1 to 4. These are our cases. Sa January 1, 3 ang kaso. Sa January 2, 2. Nag-spike kita sa January 3 and 4 at 15 cases each. Breakdown natin sa mga cases, ang local transmission, it's around 36.21%. With new cases natin, 29.31%. Ang returning overseas Filipino is around 10%. Returning resident, 18.9%. Kag may mga apor, pagkita nga 5.17%. If we compare the cases last month, at same date, ang nagtaas kita, no? From December 1 to 4, compared sa January 1 to 4, it is a drastic nga pag-increase. Sa first 4 days ng December, we only have 8 cases. Ang subong January, 4 days pa lang, already 38 cases na. Almost 375% increase ang cases natin compared last month. We also did a comparison how we fare sang pag-start month sang 2021 compared sa January 2022. Sang January 2021, we only have 15 cases in the first 4 days of 2021. In 2022, in the first 4 days, we already have 38 cases, 150% increase sa aton nga kaso. These are the cases per month. You can see, January 1 to 4, we already have 38 cases, almost half. Some case natin last December. Last December, we only have 62 cases with a daily average of 2. Currently, January 1 to 4, we already have a daily average of 10. In the last 7 days in Iloilo City, this is December 29 to January 4, we already have 43 cases with a daily average of 6 cases per day. Comparing sa region, this data came from the DOH. So kung basihan natin sa region, first 4 days of January, Iloilo City became number 1 sa pinakadamong case, 22, followed by Negros, Bacolod, and Iloilo Province. Cases in Region 6 in the last 2 weeks, this is December 22 to January 4. So in last 2 weeks, ang status ng Region 6, Bacolod City has 85 cases, followed by the province ka 55, Negros 54, ika-4 lang ang Iloilo City at 37. Ang next kong slide, comparison of the cases in the last 2 weeks ng Region 6 compared sa national. So if you can see, sa January 4, nag-spike ang aton cases sa Region 6 at 45 cases. The highest we had in the last 2 weeks. However, sa national nga data, since noong December 28, we only have 421 cases. In just 7 days, nag-January 4, it reached to 5,434. So drastic ang pagsakas ng cases. These are the epidemic curve natin since January 2021 to January 4, 2022. At the far right, kita natin medyo nag-spike ang ating cases. And the last two slides are updates lang on the alert level. Iloilo City still, kung basihan natin ang data from the Department of Health, we are still at alert level 1. However, ang ginabantayan natin is the healthcare utilization rate, which is currently at 33.03%. And ang kita lang subong ang sa whole region ng alert level 1, pero this data is of January 4, basi next few days mag-escalate man ang aton nga alert level. With the status of vaccination, the regional accomplishment for fully vaccinated is 60.69%. Ang Iloilo City is at 132.58%. Ang at least naka one dose regional accomplishment is 75.16%. Ang sa Iloilo City is 137.02%. So currently, amo ni siya ang updates ng situations ng city with regards sa COVID-19. Thank you, Ma'am Lucy. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Doc Roland. Please take note of all your questions. We will have an open forum later after we finish all our resource persons this morning. So we will now have a presentation of the details of the executive order, which was released yesterday. And may I call Attorney Fida Sabando. Attorney, good morning.
Yes, hello, good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm still trying to access the summary, which was prepared by the social media team of the Good Mayor. However, I believe everyone already has a copy or can access the same, which was published or posted, rather, on the Facebook page of the Iloilo City Government. And Executive Order number 001, which would actually implement the Alert Level System 2 here in Iloilo City, as we have not yet been upgraded or escalated to ALS3. But following the confirmed community transmission here in one confirmed case, of the Omicron variant, the Good Mayor actually decided with the resolution of the COVID team to impose guidelines on travel protocols. We can remember that previously we have eased out the restrictions on travels, especially that there is already an automatic approval through the SPA system. However, this time, it was the discretion of the Good Mayor to impose again mandatory swab upon arrival of all travelers, including the returning OFWs, the APORs, and returning residents, as well as non-essential travelers and tourists. Why? As contained in Section 2, may kita sang option for travelers for fully vaccinated and partially vaccinated and unvaccinated. So ang main difference lang actually dira sa aton gin set out is that for fully vaccinated, once they arrive, after complying or after presenting their approved S-Pass permit at their ports of entry, kung via airman or sea vessel, once they arrive here in Iloilo City, they are to submit themselves at the for RT-PCR testing conducted by the Iloilo Uswag Molecular Lab at the La Paz Covered Gym. So kailangan nila mag-await sa ilang negative result. They should quarantine first before they can proceed with their day-to-day activities or proceed with their affairs dito sa Iloilo City. So, ma-quarantine. Kung fully vaccinated kaya, in short, ma-quarantine lang ikaw while awaiting your negative result. Kung mag-positive ikaw, ang ma-apply dira is ang atong Section 14, which I will later on discuss. But basically, for partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, meaning wala ka pa naka 14 days from your second dose, kung partially vaccinated, and wala ka gidyan naka-receive sang COVID-19 vaccine, maswab ikaw upon arrival on the third day. Meaning that, kailangan niyo mag-quarantine sa aton mga designated quarantine facilities or ang mga accredited naton ng mga hotels for quarantine and only upon the assessments ng district health officers naton na kung viable gid man for home quarantine ang iyang effect for can allow for an effective isolation sang ina nga traveler nga partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, which is why it was also required as suggested by the by the CDRMO sa aton nga OPSEN nga miara kita sa kailangan nila dapat mag-issue sang certificate of residency, no, ma-secure sila sang certificate of residency nila. Why? Para at least mas ma-monitor sang aton nga barangay kung diin ni sila ang mga naga-quarantine nga, especially ang home quarantine. So insofar as our quarantine facilities scale na naton ang aton nga quarantine facilities in the person of managed by Sir Gabo Mathay sa aton nga quarantine facilities. So ready kita with the quarantine sang aton nga mga travelers nga gasulod diri inbound. And so far as Negros Island travelers are concerned, only fully vaccinated, you only need to present your vaccination card. And for those unvaccinated or partially unvaccinated, kailangan pwede sila ka-present sang 72-hour RT-PCR nila nga negative before travel, or they can opt to submit themselves for RT-PCR testing diri sa La Paz Covered Gym sa gihapon without cost. We would like to remind everyone that since amuna ang first agad nga line of defense is actually testing to arrest, no, sa aton nga transmission, especially sa aton nga travelers without cost ni sila. So the mayor really encourages and mandates for the swab of all travelers arriving here in Iloilo City. Okay. Proceeding on to sa restrictions ang aton nga vulnerable sectors, as we've noted, since alert level 2 kita, the IATF guidelines actually allow for the interzonal and intrazonal movement sang minors naton, even basta may accompanied sila sang parents. However, with the recent update sang aton nga very dynamic nga may bago nga lusot nga cases. So earlier this morning, it was decided by the COVID team, and the mayor has resolved also to prepare for an amendment insofar as the restrictions on the vulnerable groups. So malimit lang gid kita anay sang mga entries sang aton nga mga below 12 years old, which are 11 and below, kahit hindi pa nga unvaccinated pa, except lang gid for essential services, say ma-access sila sa optical shop, no, so for check-up sa sulod sang malls. But other than that, ilimit lang gid anay naton ang mga vulnerable groups not to enter anay sa mga malls naton as they are unvaccinated. Okay. As to operation of public transportation, can provide man dira sa aton section 6 na 70%. For notice of everyone, we are following still the directives of the LTO and the DOTR. Kahit kung alert level system 2 kita, 70% lang gid ang prescribed capacities naton. So the PSTMO, of course, is always being try to strictly enforce sa aton nga mga PUJs para ma-follow niya siya to the letter. As can be seen on screen, I'll proceed with section 14 sa aton nga mga managements ng close contacts and COVID positive individuals. So sa subong sa bag-o naton nga EO, gin-follow ni siya naton ang advisories ng DOH and IATF resolution number 115. So nakabutang na dira nga kung close contact kita, pag fully vaccinated, we are to observe or complete a 7-day quarantine for fully vaccinated close contacts. And for those who are unvaccinated, 14 days kita ang period of quarantine. So immediately ni siya ang pag-swab sa aton once na in-declare kita as first degree close contact of a positive individual. Sa bag-o nga guidelines ni IATF, wala na siya nag-differentiate sang kung fully vaccinated or unvaccinated insofar as a confirmed COVID positive is concerned. Meaning that gavary na lang as to the level of kung severe or kung mild. So kung mild ang positive case naton, kailangan niya matapos ang iyang quarantine for 10 days, no, ang iyang isolation for 10 days and subject for reswab after completion of the 10th day. And kung severe or critical case siya, kailangan niya matapos for 21 days and also subject for reswab. Ma-continue na lang siya for 7 days if nag-positive siya sa gihapon. Okay, so these directives are actually aligned with the IATF resolution number 155 and that issued by the DOH. As to gatherings naton, kag mga open naton ng mga establishments, as you can see, gina-discourage lang gid ka sa gihapon, gina-enjoy lang gid ni Mayor ang gatherings naton for those not belonging within the same household. But with the recent update kani naton subong nga may ara na kita sa mga cases na gid and also to arrest community transmission here in Iloilo City, the COVID team has resolved to, in the meantime, suspend public consumption of liquor. So we will only maintain the sale, maalaw lang kita sang sale gapon at controlled hours. I-regulate lang gapon ang selling sang liquor. And the mayor also decided with the recommendation of the COVID team nga i-close na lang gid naton anay ang aton nga mga bars and clubs, as we all know nga hindi gid strictly enforced dira ang aton nga mga minimum health protocols, especially with physical distancing, as this would really aggregate persons to in a closed area. So subject to amendment, which will be released either today, finalized today by the team, we will have to amend accordingly insofar as ang pag-open naton, pag-allow naton sa mga club, KTV and resto naton, kag ang sa aton nga liquor nga consumption. So hindi lang siya anay i-suspend siya anay naton. So that's it. And for allowable capacities, we still have maintained, following the safety seal certification, no, ang mga allowable capacities natin for indoor and alfresco dining. Highly encouraging that fully vaccinated, kung accept sa mga fully vaccinated patrons na ang isa ka establishment or isa ka food establishment, mas taas ang iyang allowable capacity. So it could also be gleaned naman from the screen kung anong mga capacities insofar as other gatherings are concerned. However, the mayor calls on again for the mass gatherings, even religious gatherings na gina-anticipate naton, for it to be, kung ma-resort lang man sa mga virtual means anay, in the meantime that we are trying to again arrest surge of cases diri sa aton nga sa Iloilo City. So that's it, I think. Lucy.
Thank you so much, Attorney. So again, please be reminded, we will have an open forum after all the resource persons have said their piece. We'll move on to Dr. Gold Calzas. We are joined by the head of our City Epidemiological Surveillance Unit. Doc Gold will discuss to us ang halin pakainas ng aga nga ginabulo balita, but she will give to us the confirmation regarding the presence of an Omicron case in Iloilo City. So, Doc Gold, please go ahead.
Ma'am Lu.
Yes, Doc? Doc, medyo mahinay yung imo nga sulod.
Mahinay daw ang sulod ko. Okay. Okay na?
Yes, Doc. Go ahead.
Okay. Sige. Okay, for our Omicron variant, na first case in Iloilo City, he is a 46-year-old seafarer, married but separated from Arevalo district. So the report the case was reported to us as a positive case last December 27, and we sent the specimen for genome testing care of the Philippine Genome Center, and results was received yesterday for the Omicron variant, which is positive. So the initial tracing of this case, and up to this time, we did the updating of the tracing report, and we found out the following data. So he is a seaman who travels. Ang iyang area nga ginakagtuan is mostly sa Africa na continent. So may Somalia siya, may Kenya. Then na-disembark siya last December 12 sa Kenya port. And from there, nag-quarantine dito siya until scheduled ang PCR as December 14. So 2 days after, sa Kenya na hotel, he was swabbed and the result was negative. So nagpa-book siya flight from Kenya to Cebu via Qatar Airways sa December 15 with complete flight details, man and seat number with us. So nag-travel siya to Cebu. And upon arrival sa Cebu, last December 16, he arrived in Cebu 9:30 p.m. Nagdiretso sa Mactan and he stayed in G Park Hotel. Kag nag-quarantine din to until scheduled naman ang iyang RT-PCR. So, December 18, scheduled RT-PCR niya in Cebu to Iloilo and the result was negative. December 19, result tested was negative. So, nagpa-book naman siya sa iyang flight to Manila, but because of the Typhoon Odette, nagstay naman siya for another 9 days dito. So, he was, after the typhoon, last December 24, nang flight na siya from Cebu to Iloilo. So, Christmas, the day before Christmas, flight niya to Iloilo. So, Cebu to Iloilo Port. So, 6 p.m. nag-arrive siya. Nag-diretso siya sa Jubilee Hall and to register. May mga waiver to sila sign and was advised to have his swab 3 days after. So, nagpuli siya sa Ilabalay, which he stays alone sa iyang residence. Isa lang siya with siya ng complete man ay house, may gate man, may space man, and nagpuli siya with no contacts. He lives alone. Ang iya lang din niya source ng food na pabakal niya, and pag-abot niya, ginatagan na siya food sa iyang neighbor. So, that was it. Nag-istorya ang neighbor sa iya. Alita lang, kaging kamusta siya, ginatagan siya dahil sa sudan. So that's why nag-live man siya until this Christmas Day and up to December 27. We were really trying to let him disclose what really happened last Christmas Day, but he stood by his words na wala siya, nag-celebrate siya Christmas alone, kaya nagapati siya nga, quarantine siya, and na last December 27, 3 days after, nagpa-swab siya sa Lapas na gym sa aton nga molecular lab, and this on the same day nang nagwa positive ang iyang result. So after ganitong swabbing niya sa 27, nag-claim pa siya, which is an update sa tracing. Nagkagto siya sa isa kabangko to withdraw money through ATM. So that's in La Paz, and he went directly na sa Iyabalay via a private motorcycle, Iyaman Motor. So after gitawagan siya kagin trace, and he was transferred to Soo quarantine facility for quarantine for up to this time. So amo na ang iyang tracing, no contacts, and wala siya unvaccinated, ni siya no comorbidities, asymptomatic, no symptoms up to this time. So Ma'am Lucy, I think that's all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marigold Calzas, ang head sa aton nga SESU. So at this point, we will open the floor for your questions. If you have questions pertaining to the COVID situation, you can address it to Dr. Fortuna. If you have clarifications or questions on the EO, you can address it to Attorney Fida. And regarding the Omicron case, Dr. Gold will answer it. Or maybe also our friends from DOH can put in some input, or Dr. Tang. So, who would like to shoot the first question? Raise your hand using the reaction button or the chat group. So here's John Tang of RMN. For Attorney Fida, Attorney, confirm ko lang, pa-impose kita liwat sa next ban, kung ipa-close ang mga bars.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are a liquor ban in so far as public consumption is concerned, but sale is allowed, pero controlled lang ang hours.
Okay. That's Attorney Hazel Garcia. Thank you, Attorney. Sir Joel, do you have follow-up question? May specifics? May specifics, Attorney Hazel, or amo pala na for the meantime?
Ang specific hours, Ma'am Luz.
Yes.
So far, ang proposed is 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. but we are still to confirm this with the good mayor.
Okay. Did you get it, Joel? Okay, sige. Thank you. Any more question? You can chat it or you can raise your hand. Yes, FBTV News Iloilo. Go ahead. FBTV News, you may go ahead with your question. Please unmute yourself. FBTV News, sino ni si Rolly. Please unmute if you have a question. If none, maybe others can ask. If you have questions or clarifications from our resource person. Miss Perlana, Philippine News Agency, please go ahead.
Good morning kay Attorney Sabando. Attorney, so ang changes naton sa guidelines for travelers is only the imposition of RT-PCR or the swab test upon arrival. Wala na sang iban.
Oo, ang aton, ma'am, as you can see, hindi na kita automatic approval unlike before na may ara kita as long as you secure a travel permit, pass-through permit ang tawag siya, TPP siya sa aton nga SPAS system, nga automatic approval. Sa subong, magiging travel coordination permit na siya liwat. So, kailangan nila mag-submit sang ilang certificate of residency kung diri sila, kung diin sila nga barangay naga-reside diri sa Iloilo, kag kailangan man nila mag-submit sang ilang vaccination card kung fully vaccinated, kung hindi vaccinated, then nakabot down diri sa section 3. And additionally, amo lang to ang aton nga swab upon arrival ang ginduga. Pero so duwa siya bali, hindi na automatic ang SPAS and may ara na kita sang mandatory swab upon arrival.
And ang swab, attorney, libre, no? City government ang ma-shoulder regardless if returning resident ka, apor, yes, or ano pa yung mga status.
Yes. Oo. Without cost, ina siya, ma'am. Oo. Yes. So, ang confirmatory testing natin, ma'am, again, to remind everyone, wala kita siga antigen test. So, others na sila misinform sila na any form of RT-PCR test, confirmatory RT-PCR, we wish to reiterate sa uswag mo lab natin nga may NPS or OPS ang aton nga RT-PCR testing upon arrival for all travelers.
Thank you, attorney.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pearl. Thank you, attorney. Another question from the Daily Guardian, Attorney Kamaniguro. May we ask for the procedure to secure a travel coordination permit? Doon na-mention ni Attorney Kayna. But maybe you want to emphasize it again, Attorney.
Yes. Actually, I think it would better be addressed by Ma'am Donna, no? I don't know if she's joining us. But insofar as my personal knowledge is concerned in applying for a TCP through our SPAS system, ang option naton ina liwat ang process ang aton nga SPAS. So as you can see in section 3, depende ko ano ikaw nga class of traveler, kung ROF man ikaw, o kung APOR, o kung returning resident, you are to submit your valid government issued ID, ang imo nga confirmed travel itinerary, just so we can trace, no, para mahabi naton ang sa airline o kung sa sea vessel man, mahabi na mo ng ilang nga iga-send na passenger manifesto sa amon diri. Why? Para at least mas ma-monitor naton gani ang kadiba on the third day pa siya daan ginaswab. So just so we can monitor, hence isa na sa mga requirements naton ang confirmed travel itinerary issued by your carrier of choice. Also, kung fully vaccinated kita, ang VaxCert or Vax card nimo, it will also be uploaded through the SPAS system. kaga ang mga certificate of residency. So actually ga-ask in yang aton nga opsen, no, sang I think they're accepting all formats, PDF, JPG. So gina-process man ini nila, and they're guiding you actually kung ano inang i-upload dira sa SPAS system. And amo ni siya for non-essential tourists lang gid and travelers, kailangan nila mag-send sang confirmed booking nila sa ilang accredited hotels. So amo lang ni siya, once you upload this, it will be acted upon sang aton nga EOC, ang Emergency Operation Center naton, nag-process ng SPAS. And once ma-generate na siya, ang approve nimo nga TCP or Travel Coordination Permit, you are just to print that or even just save it on your phone, and you can use it upon check-in sa imong nga carrier kung sa airplane man kita o kung sa sea vessel. You just have to show the approved TCP. And that's it. So once you arrive here in Iloilo City, you are just to proceed sa La Paz Over Gym for swab. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Attorney.
Yes, in addition kay Attorney Faida, so butsilingon ang aton sa mga SPAS system. Sa una, kung automatic, pag-apply mo, i-approve ikaw, susubong ma-upload ka git sa mga required documents. No? Kung residence ka, barangay certificate of residency mo diri, kag itinerary, ticket, ID, box card. So subong, i-clear ko lang, basi bala magtingala sila nga hindi pag-i-approve dayon ng SPAS. So may mga procedure, may mga requirements kaya upload nila prior sa approval sa ilang TCP. So ang TCP naton amo na siya ang aton nga SPAS.
Dayon sa let us emphasize that the effectivity of the EO, no, attorney, is January 7. So ang those who will travel January 7 onwards, amo na silang i-require sa guideline.
Yes, that's right, Ma'am Lucy. January 7 ang effectivity sang aton nga latest nga travel guidelines, because the mayor also understands that we have to give due notice sa aton nga mga travelers na naka-make na yung earlier arrangements. As much as gusto niya i-balance nga makater gid nga ma-arrest gid naton at manging proactive ang aton nga measures to contain the spread of the virus, but at least January 7 siya ma-start. So susubong ang mga travelers nagahingagaw ang previous naton pa nga EO nga guidelines ang ga-apply, so ga-automatic approval kita gyapon sang SPAS, and encourage gid si mayor nga mag-submit na lang gid sila for swab sa La Paz. Anyway, it's for free.
Thank you, Attorney. So again, January 7 pa for all inbound travelers na may travel dates January 7 onwards ang effectivity sang bagong guidelines sa EO. But for now, no, from now till January 6, automatic approval pa ang aton nga SPAS. Si FBTV Live the race ang kabot niya. So ready ka na naman, boss. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, good morning. In behalf sa FBTV News Live. May isa na taka-case nga Omicron diri sa city. Ano bala ang pag-preparar sa syudad sang Iloilo kaya may posibilidad pa ini nga maglapta?
Okay. Doc Goldie, would you want to answer that? As I understand, tracing is ongoing. Is Doc Gold still here?
Yes, Ma'am Lucy.
Yes, Doc Gold.
Tracing sa case, sige man siya gihapon, but we established ng ang iyang contacts. Wala gyud siya contacts. May ara siya nga isa contact, but less than 10 minutes lang gyud ilang conversation. Kay ginhagad siya nga makaon, but he did not go. So we rest upon the disclosure sang aton nga case.
May another question that Doc related. Pila kuno ka days ipaidalom sa quarantine ining siman according to Glenda of Panay.
So based sa guidelines sang DOH with IATF, since ang aton nga Omicron nga case is asymptomatic but unvaccinated. On quarantine na siya since December 27, but sabi sa guidelines, he will stay there for 14 days. Then we swab. Then kung positive siya, he will stay for another 7 days. So, but kung ano siya, kung symptomatic siya, kung mild or severe, amo ng 21 days siya dapat stay.
May follow-up question, FPTV? Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Regarding sa Omicron, ma'am, ano bala nga symptoms ang mabatyagan sa nga isa ka infected sa Omicron nga virus?
So sige, based sa mga amo na nga learnings, kag amo nga sa experience dire. So ang Omicron is the same as Delta, ang variant ang ginaglain. But ang cases ng Omicron, though mild lang siya, and usually present siya with upper respiratory. So sipon lang din siya, and may mild nga or moderate nga fever. Usually nang asymptomatic man sila, wala sila may ginapatsyag. And short incubation period, usually 5 to 7 days lang. That's why nga dali lang maglakta, dasig. But hindi siya gid pareho sang Delta nga it will stay in the body for too long.
Okay. Thank you, Doc Gold.
Thank you,
Later
ma'am.
naman FBTV, thank you so much kung may pamangkot na laman liwat karon. May question, diliwat siglan daw panay news. Pila ka specimen ang needed sa naging padala for genome sequencing? Doc Gold, nagpadala kaliwat.
As per ni Mayor, directive ni Mayor, all nga pwede ma-send for genome testing kay may requirements man siya. Kung ma-fit in sa requirements, tanan nga ROF, all cases na may exposure kang nag-positive sa Boracay and ang mga LSI natin o returning residents natin from Manila, Bacolod, Aklan will be all tested. Kag ang sending sa genome will be tomorrow, I think, with 10 specimens on hand for sending.
Okay, so 10 specimens. May question si Kumbo Resi Bordon. Sa diinayhan acquire doc sang seafarer ang Omicron variant.
Okay, since unvaccinated siya, possible gid ang tanan nga maagyan niya or possible gid nga location nga maagyan niya. So it will start kung diin siya nag-disembark. So probably kay ang Kenya, we know na natag siya as a green list siya nga area or country. So dito pwede niya makuha plus the stay sa other na sa airplanes, sa hotel, sa Cebu. Those are possible na areas na pwede niya mag-transmit ang virus.
Another question, Doc, from Action Radio, Jeremy Dantar. Pag swab niya sa La Paz Plaza, wala siya contacts. Paano siya nagkanto dito? Ano iya ginsakyan?
Okay, he traveled via motorcycle, na iya man nga motorcycle. Iya personally owned na motorcycle. Tapos, siyempre, sa dito, sa La Paz, hindi man kamo dito nagkadinasok or nagkadinuto. There is a protocol there nga may distancing man. Tapos, gina-separate nila ang ROF with those nga close contacts para hindi maghalo tanan. So, may protocols kita nga gina-follow dito sa ilang sites, sa swabbing sites.
Question, Doc, from UNTV, Lala Moreno. In case of COVID surge, pila pasubong ang available na quarantine facility and hospital beds. Maybe si Sir Jeff maka-answer, hindi kayo discuss sa ina sa meeting. Sir Jeff? KYD si Sir Gab.
Yes, wala si Sir Gab. Pero ang aton nga mga quarantine facility sa syudad, no, gin-prepare na ina sa aton nga facility manager si Sir Gab Umadhay. Kung ang aton nga the same man gyapon ini no, daw naka-hibernate lang ang mga facility quarantine naton kay wala man kita sang patient. So malabot man gyapon ni sa capacity parehas last year no, nga galabot sa 1,000 na capacity sang aton nga quarantine facility sa aton city. At the same time, ang aton nga modular hospital, ginaasikaso naman na ni Doc Roland, kag ginapadali naman na ni Mayor Gerald Tanyas nga mag-operational na ang aton nga modular hospital dira sa may Suok area.
The initial plan kay na Miss Lala was to place all nga mga ROFs sa Suok nga facility, quarantine facility, kag ang tanan nga mga regulars lang, no, mga returning residents kag others sa St. Therese nga quarantine facility. So, amo na kayo ng initial nga recommend pag COVID meeting. Okay, may question si Super Radyo ni? Si Din Hope. Anong panugyan sa city government sa mga Ilonggo because ng Omicron variant na na-record? Sino gusto maghatag ng panugyan? Sir Jeff, mas ikaw gusto mo maghatag ng panugyan?
Yes, ang aton syudad no nagaprepara no since last year para sa Omicron variant. Ang aton nga confirmed positive case sa Omicron variant, wala ni siya sang contacts or wala ini siya sang exposure no diri sa aton sa city. So upon arrival, limited kini ang movement niya because nga na-isolate naton siya. So ang amo ng panugyan una, hindi kita magpanic kag hindi kita magpati sa mga fake news no. May nagwa nga fake news kahapon nga kuno iya sang DOH nga alert level ng Iloilo 3 pero fake news ato siya. So ang aton lang kinahanglan sa atong tumuluyo nga magbantay gid sa mga information nga nga mabaton kag mabasa naton sa aton nga social media. So ang importante lang gid ang amon panugyan una, i-monitor ninyo ang Facebook page ni Mayor Jerry Tanyas para sa mga advisories and updates, ang atong Facebook page sa nga Iloilo City Government kag ang sa aton nga PIO para nga ma-update kita sa mga latest development kag ang aton case nga Omicron variant hindi ini siya local no. So buti-linggo na halin ini sa sagwa and na-secure man ni sa aton nga COVID team.
Thank you, Sir Jeff. Another question from Daily Guardian. Joseph, manupuli, ni Sasa mo siya pamangkot. Kung Sunday, pag-abot ang mga travelers sa Iloilo, diin sila pwede magkanto for swabbing, given nga hasta Sabado lang open ang lakas gym. Ay, hindi si Ma'am Chiki mo? Nakita ko siya kaina nag-answer.
Pwede gid sa mga private hospitals. Ang aton niya, kung gusto mo sa libre or gusto mo sa Oswag Laboratory, sa Monday na ang pag-swab. No? So, silingon, pang arrival mo Sunday, hindi ka magdiretso sa Lapas Gym kay wala kita to sa swabbing, gapaway aton nga mga medtechs. So, pagka Monday, or kung gusto mo, pwede ka magdiretso sa private laboratory diri sa aton sa city para magpakuha sa imo specimen.
Okay. Any more? Basta may follow-up questions ng iban. Joey, may follow-up question ka? Secure ka ng daan, barangay certificate of residency. Any more questions? Wala na? Bombo, may question? Action, may pamangkot pa? RMN? Si Miss Pearl of PNA may pamangkot. Diin ma-attribute ang increase sa cases. But si Doc Roland, mga sabatik is still here. Doc?
Ma'am Luz, yes?
Yes, Doc. Oo, go ahead.
Ano to gani? Ano to ang question?
Diin ma-attribute ang increase sa cases.
Ang increase ng cases naton, susubong kita naton kung kagina to sa slides naton, medyo nag-16 na ang cases naton. These are local transmission. Ang halos tanan ning nag-alalabot. There are cases from Manila, Cebu, and Boracay. So may nag-symptomatic ng mga families na nagpa-test and their close contact. So far, diri ni siya naghalin. Kung sa Omicron na naman, as what stated ni Sir Jack kagina, ang aton nga Omicron was contained upon arrival, nagka-quarantine siya. And sa tracing man ni Doc Gold Calzas kagina, it was stated nga wala ni siya close contact. So hopefully, na-contain naton ang Omicron coming from Kenya sa seafarer ni. And we're be sending man sa mga specimens nga pwede basi bala may ara nga other source sang hindi ta man mambal nga wala, pero we're hoping for the best nga wala lang tani anay Omicron diri sa aton kag na-control naton. Galing amo lang nakita naton ang trend nga pagpasaka. Kita naman naton ang miskin sa Manila in just 1 week's time from 425 nga cases nila sumaka to 4,000 up to 5,000. Kag ang daily ang ilang positivity rate sa Manila as a national gali nga positivity rate from sang nagligad to is ang December 27 nga positivity rate for the whole nation is 2.2%. However, sang January 4 sumaka siya at to 26.5. So tamaan ka dasig if we can see kung ma-relate naton ang sa variant sa Omicron, dasig siya maglapta. Although medyo mild, there are cases nga gahambal nga mild ang symptoms. Pero may mga studies man nga gahambal nga sa Omicron, depends upon the vaccination status. Kung naka-complete ka nga vaccination with booster doses, para gawa sa mga mild symptoms. However, as the doses are galesen or unvaccinated ikaw, may ara man kuno nga mas ga-increase man ang mga symptoms and others mas ga-tiner pa sa hospital. So hindi mo lang ning despite sa aton vaccination status, we still have to comply with the public health mga minimum public health na measures natin. Mo lang siguro, Ma'am Lucy.
Thank you, Doc. May question from RNN, Joel Franco. Sir, paano tayo handle, para di kay Sir Jeff Guro, paano tayo handle ang overloaded ng mga salakyan? Wala na social distancing sa PUJ.
Yes, mapatawag kita meeting upod sa national government agencies nga nag-enforce ang aton nga road regulations sa muning LTFRB, LTO, HPG, kagang PNP. Kaya very challenging kitman ang 70% capacity sa aton yung mga jeep or mga PUJs na aton kag PUVs. Ang getanaw naton dire nga mitingon man namon upod ang transport sector kay kinahanglan gid ang kooperasyon sa ila. So isa sa mga ginasuggest kay wala na kita sang barrier nga kung pwede mabutangan sa nga linya ang mga jeep para nga ang mga enforcer naton magsita daw hindi lang pamata bala sa capacity, no? So upon checking may ara ila yon sa makita kung kasubra sa kuret ang ilang pasahero or capacity kag ang very challenging na dire kay ang outnumbered gid ang enforcer permi sa aton ng mga PUJ sa syudad kay libo ini sila, but tatingwaan ini sa aton nga teams upod ang national government agencies nga mapasunod ang aton nga mga drivers kag commuters. Kaya actually ang problema kung rush hour ang mga pasahero hindi gid mapunggan, no, masaka gid, no. So muna ang mga initial feedback na ginhatag sa aton sa mga driver na nabudayan man sila makapanaog sila pasahero kay kung rush hour nagadali kag magasaka ya mga pasahero.
Okay, sir, may question, ibalik ko ng barriers.
Wala pa ang barriers, wala man na nakabutang sa EO naton. But may discussion pa, no, after sang EO nagawa ni Mayor Giratanya. So possible was for Friday may meeting kita upod sa aton nga mga transport sector.
Okay, given us sir ang the imposition of the barriers, iyan ay asang LTFRB, correct, no?
Yes, national government. So that's why nga in close coordination kita sa ila.
Okay. Balik kita sa pamangkot pati sa Omicron. Si Doc Gold, Doc, ari ka pa, maupod sang seafarer sa travel niya from Cebu na trace na bala o kinanglan pa bala matrace? Na-trace na sila or kinanglan pa bala naton sila i-trace? Doc, are you still here?
Oo, ang manifesto sa iya nga mga flight kag upod niya gid isa lang siya nag-disembark from Kenya. Pero ang flight details kag ang mga upod niya sa airplane may kopya na ang DOH and naga-trace subong ang ato ng mga surveillance, naga-validate sila subong if okay ang mga taga Iloilo. Ang iban gin-endorse na sa iba na provinces kung taga Manila ka sa Manila man gina-endorse sa Preso, but andere sa aton ang city ginaamat-amat na nila. So I think we have 7 from the city nga upod sa airplane ginatag isa-isa nila trace mo namon ginatrace. Kaga-ask kami if may mga ginabatsyag sila or why. So far wala man may ginabatsyag niya mga upo. Okay.
Thanks, Doc. How will this one case of Omicron variant affect the status of the city? Mataas ayhan ang aton nga alert level from Glenda of Panay News. Sinong gusto magsabat sina?
Ma'am Lucy.
Yes, Doc Roland, go ahead.
Ang sa alert level system, ang ginabasihan naton is the 2-week growth rate kag ang aton nga average daily attack rate including sang aton nga healthcare utilization rate. So amo ni ang apekto sa aton nga alert level. However, during sang time sang Delta, ang ara pa lang ta sa quarantine classification, dako man ang impact nga kung may Delta case before kay galain ang quarantine classification despite sang pa-increasing pa lang ang cases mo, gataas ang quarantine classification naton. So wala pa man guidelines with risk, pero kung basihan naton sa ang ginabasihan is the 2-week growth rate naton, ang average daily attack rate kag ang healthcare utilization rate for the alert level. Base may pagwa man silang nga basihan pa nga kung may Omicron ikaw, do mas dako ang weight niya for the alert level system, pero as of now okay pa. The last as of January 4, based sa DOH Region 6 gani nga computation, Iloilo City is still on alert level 1. Pero sa mga past few days nga gataas kita, most likely basi magtaas na aton nga 2-week growth rate. And ang healthcare utilization rate kina-monitor pa namon at 33%. Most likely basi mag-taas man ang aton nga alert level.
Thank you, Doc Roland. Another question from Guardian. Are we also considering reinstating curfew hours? Doc, basi gusto mong sabton? Wala pa man, Doc, no?
So far, sa meeting ka ginadawala pang curfew na tako.
Yes, okay. Wala din si Ma'am Terry, but basi ito yung makasabat si Sir Jeff Goro. Given nga naapektuhan ang livelihood kag employments ang nag-ubra sa bars, restaurants, anong assistance na igahatag sa city government? Actually, for 1 week man lang ni siya. 1 week man lang, sir. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, daw hold lang siya anay. Hindi man siya silinggid nga why man nga tan-og nga madugay, pero gina-hold lang siya anay no given sa aton nga mga developments ang cases kag sa Omicron variant. But magambal kita ya assistance, well limited abi ang resources sa city government, no? And I think last year nakabaton man iba naton empleyado assistance no halin sa DOLE kag sa iban nga national government agencies naton. And subong year wala, we don't know kung ano man nga assistance, but tanawon naton, no? But for the moment ini sila nga mga sectors ang negosyo i-hold lang anay, no, for the meantime.
Kaga hopefully nga wala na din some spikes ng cases, so para di man maglawig ang pag-suspend temporarily, no, sa ilang mga negosyo. Sige, we have questions from samtang wala pa din naga-flash from the City of Press Corps nga questions. May questions kita from our Facebook Live. Ay, sige, go ahead. Sino to siya? Yes, Doc, go ahead, Doc. Doc, naka-mute ka, Doc.
Okay. Kay why siya audio, Ma'am Lucy. Ma'am Luz, nang i-mention ko lang, no, sa cases ng city, siguro it's nice man to mention and that the people be aware nga ang aton mga cases, contact tracing wise, all cases, most of the cases, mga 75% to 80% have travel history sa Boracay. And also our returning from Manila, may ara man ta nga nag-rise ang mga numbers. Siguro isa sa mga advice naton or pahilinyo naton sa Pumuluyo is to restrict or to refrain or we discourage so much of gathering, especially sa sagwa and with other people involved. Kay daw kadamo gid sang cases naton and still going on pa kag nagasaka pa because once ma-aware na ang mga tao kang may symptoms sa sila, nagpa-test sila. So amo lang na siya ang ako na idugang para ma-aware mo. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Doc. Siguro ang being mindful lang, no, of yourself and being mindful of others. Amo na siguro dumonta subong, no, with the threat of the Omicron kag sa nagataas natin na cases. But just be mindful of others lang. If you feel nga naka-travel ka, no, sa sagwa or naka-travel ka outside the region or you went somewhere, no, feeling mo daw kadamo sa nakasalamwa mga tao, then maybe it's best nga mapa-swab kita. Totally libre man ang swabbing na gina-offer sa Iloilo City Government. Again, we have questions, no, from our Facebook Live related to inbound travels. Pag minors, 3 years old, the inbound traveler, anong protocol? Ang accompanying adults are fully vaccinated. Attorney Fida, are you still here? I think makapaswab ba ni sila, di ba? Pating bata. Attorney Fida. Yes, attorney, go ahead.
Yes, hello. Oo. So bali for our 5 to 17 nga mga travelers, kailangan Manila mag-swab, and on the third day pa sila actually i-swab, sorry. On the third day pa sila i-swab. Unless ga-apply sa ila ang rule for fully vax, which are comprising sang 12 to 17 nga naka-fully vax na gid man niya, then ma-apply sa ila ang swab upon arrival, and they will only quarantine as long as they are still awaiting for negative result. After that, they may proceed if negative na sila. Pero for those na unvaccinated or partially unvaccinated na minors, they are to observe quarantine for 3 days, and on the third day pa sila i-swab. And ga-apply gapon ang application sang SPAS sa ila for 5 to 17, regardless of the vaccination status of their parents.
Yes. May isa pa din attorney, no? Clarification niya na lang siguro, kay international travel siya. Pag naka-quarantine na siya, nakapag-PCR man siya sa Manila prior to traveling here sa Iloilo, but they do still have to undergo swab. Di ba? Kinanglantan nila pagpa-swab yapon.
Yes, oo. Just so we are sure, no, pati or transitory, kumbaga ang traveler nga na, and even despite the securing a negative RT-PCR result in Manila from an international travel, still pag-abot niya diri, maswab kit siya sa gihapon. Depending on the vaccination status, ka-vary lang iyang quarantine period.
Okay, thank you, attorney. May isa nagpamangkot, no? Sa diin ko lang quarantine facilities ng city. So we have quarantine facilities sa Suok, nato ng quarantine facility, kag sa St. Teresa mo ng mga gin-open subong sa aton quarantine facility manager nga si Sir Gab. But depending on the need, no, kung magdamong aton cases, we will open also ang mga schools naton sa nagligad na nanging partner naton sa aton quarantine facilities. So gapamangkot siya kung personal ini nga expense. Sir Jeff, mas gusto mo baydan? No. Aton quarantine facilities are actually free. No, Sir Jeff?
Yes, libre kag may pagkaon ng aton na quarantine facilities. Muna ang mention ni Ma'am Lucy kung kailangan nga magtuga nga mo mga partner naton nga mga schools nga ginahimo naton quarantine facility, mo ni aton nga Central School, ang Bonifacio School, ang Rans kag iban pa no nga mga eskwelahan nga ginhimo man naton quarantine facility last year.
Okay.
And kung gusto naton nga mag-hotel, no, may mga accredited. Yes, Ma'am Luz, no, may mga accredited hotels kita ya, no, kung gusto naton kag mayara kita ya sa Inubayad, may mga accredited hotels kita nga pwede ninyo yang maging quarantine facility diri sa city.
But at their own expense na ya, sir. Sige. May isa ka ng question, no? For those na wala pa na clear.
Yes, your own.
Oo, sir. Dadili mo sa bat. May kamamangkot kung halin siya sa Boracay, hindi pa niya magpa-RT-PCR. No? But actually, based on our executive order, those who are from Panay, nag-travel from Panay Island, Negros and Guimaras, Attorney Fida, though no need na for RT-PCR, but they are highly encouraged na magpa-vaccine. No? Given na kadamo sa mga cases naton from, especially nga nag-travel sa Boracay, nag-positive. Attorney Fida.
Yes. Oo. So bali, insofar as EO 001 is concerned, for those travelers from Negros Island, kutob lang sa partially unvaxxed and unvaxxed ang mag-submit sang negative RT-PCR prior to travel, or they can opt to submit themselves for testing upon arrival. Pero the mayor, insofar as Section 14 is concerned, kutob sa mga may aras ng travel history, especially sa areas of concern, ito kanina na-mention ni Ma'am Lucy, sa Boracay, sa Manila, gini-encourage ni mayor nga once mag-develop ng symptoms, or just for the sake of being certain nga hindi kita makalaton sa iban, we can submit ourselves for testing sa La Paz Virgin that is without cost. Okay, so yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Attorney. May question from Panay News, si Glenda. Saan ma-start ang closure sa bars and restaurants?
Since kagina lang ini siya na-resolve during our COVID meeting earlier this morning, the mayor will I think will implement the closure and a temporary closure of bars for a week. tomorrow, effective tomorrow, and for a week na siya ang iyang effectivity. Just so we can control anay in the meantime ang aton nga cases.
All right. Thank you, attorney. So again, pending the executive order, amo ni masugod ang pagsarado sa bars and restaurants. But hulat to yun, executive order magwa. No? The plan is we will fight tomorrow. So hopefully by tomorrow, ng executive order, attorney.
Yes, definitely. We'll have to wait for the issuance to be released. Thank you, Ma'am Luz.
Thank you, attorney. All right. So any other further questions from our friends, City of Press 4? You can raise your hand or you can chat your question. Okay, again, no, gina-remind natin for those na may mga travel history, much better as protection for yourself and for your family to undergo a swab test. No, di sa aton sa molecular laboratory, sa Lapas Gym ang swabbing, it's for free para lang sa imo nga peace of mind kasi sa peace of mind man sa imo nga family. Especially kung nag-develop ka na sang symptoms or feel mo nga may naka-close contact at nga nang hapsing sa tubang or nag-ubo. No? So, mas mayo na lang. Better be safe than sorry. Si Miss Pearl nag-request, no, if Dr. Alonsabe is still around from the DOH rescue. Dr. Glenn, can we have a statement from you? Statement regarding what, Ma'am Pearl? Regarding the Omicron? Or just a statement regarding the whole situation? Okay, the Omicron and the increasing cases. Dr. Glenn, are you still with us? Kita ko siya di kaina. Dr. Glenn Alonsabe. Sige, samtang ginaulat si Doc Glenn. Is clear. Okay, Miss Pearl, my advice from DOH, they have also their own presser in the afternoon at 1 p.m. So, dito lang kuno si Doc Glenn ambal sang iya nga statement. Okay lang na? Okay, sige. Thank you. Okay, any more questions? Hi, Dr. Glenn. Good morning.
Good morning, no. Hulaton lang, no, kay may pressure karon sa hapon after i-announce lang sa amon nga health promo namon nga So hulaplatan yun lang kay gina-prepare pang amon ni pressure, ha.
Sige, Doc Glenn. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sige, so karon sa hapon ang pressure sang DOH stage D6. All right, no more questions from our friends from the City of Press 4. If none, can we get the parting statement from the COVID team? Would you like to do the honors, Sir Jack? Si Sir Jack Kadula. Si Doc Roland na lang. Doc Roland, parting statement as we close our press conference this morning.
Yes, no. Pahanumdum lang sa tanan. COVID is still here. Booster doses, sige-sige na paghatag sang Iloilo City Government. Magkadto lang, open ang aton nga mga vaccination sites for the booster doses, importante gid. Ang aton nga booster for those na naka-receive sang Sinovac, Astra, Pfizer, and Moderna, 3 months na lang ang gap. Pag makapabakuna, ang sa Janssen is 2 months. So, ginay-kayat gid tanan nga magpa-booster na. Dako gid ang mabulig sang naka-booster na for COVID vaccine. So, amo lang gid na siguro na Ma'am Lucy. Madamo salamat.
Thank you so much, Doc Roland, and we'd like to thank all our resource persons this morning. Sir Jack Kunlo, thank you so much, sir. Thank you to Dr. Roland J. Fortuna. Thank you to Attorney Fida Sabando. Thank you to Dr. Marigold Calzas and our friends na nag-join sa aton sa Bungaga from the DOH PHD6, ang aton nga DILG, Iloilo City. Thank you so much. And of course, the members of the Iloilo City Press Corps. Salamat din sa inyo pa dahil nga suporta and God bless everyone. Thank you to the Facebook Live watchers pag mga nag-join sa aton sini nga live chat. Thank you so much. Maayong aga sa inyo tanan.
Thank you. Salamat Piet. Kag may kagaliwat.
Special thanks to Mr. Franco Anthony Agudo of the CDRMO para sa aton nga Zoom and Facebook Live. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, Doc Gold.